What's up, folks? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Iota. There's some interesting stuff coming out about that. I'll also talk about a bad piece of news coming out of meme coin world, a good piece, and some good pieces of news coming out of the meme coin world. Before I do, as always, I update my spreadsheet. These are the first 26 coins I spoke about on the channel that I thought would smash it in this bull cycle. Had you invested $100 into each coin when I released my videos and you're still holding those bags, be in profit for $78,000. Add in your $2,600 investment, you'd be sitting on $80,600. I've held all of them at one point or another in closed positions on damn near all in profit. Never grin, never grin. Sucked. And reinvested that money into new cryptos. If you want to see the cryptos I'm in, check out Copy My Cryptos, where I've shared my portfolio, the one I've built to maximize gains during this bull cycle, the one that keeps outperforming the market week in and week out. And my biggest holdings are primed for explosive gains. Like I've said, with the bull cycle, it's a great opportunity to make some gains. The bear cycle is where you make your retirement money, where you can find those cryptos that are hugely undervalued because they've dropped 90%, 95%, and you can reinvest your profits and retire young. All I do during bear cycles is try and find gems. I found Phantom, currently up 514 times in value. If you want to be a part of it, like I say, check out Copy My Crypto. Right, before I get into Iota, because Iota is a crypto I've spoken about in the past, we'll talk about a little bit that's happened in the last sort of 48 hours. So there's a meme coin that actually got smashed in terms of basically a phishing attack occurred and liquidity was removed. So this was 60 million vanished from a crypto project on Friday, effectively, from a phishing attack. Anubis DAO was effectively a fork of Olympus DAO. And what was happening was investors poured in about 60 mil worth of Ethereum into a token sale that was supposed to yield the token. However, the liquidity in the pool was removed 20 hours into the sale, effectively making the value of the token zero. It was linked to a Twitter account. People on Twitter found some transactions that connected the wallet, and that was under the name @Beerus, but the account's since been deleted. The Twitter account's owner claimed under another account that it appeared they were the subject of a phishing attack. So I don't think anyone knows really what's happened. It may very well be that guy is in no way responsible at all. You can never know with this stuff, but it's never nice to see. That's a lot of money people have lost. So that's sad news. On some more positive news, the crypto I spoke about recently, Ponyo Inu, has been really at it. Like they've been up and running for a few days, and in that time they've donated over $250,000 to funds in terms of trying to preserve the oceans. So they've actually donated over 103,000 to Mr. Beast. From effectively Mr. Beast to what's it, Team Seas. So they're looking to obviously help, and this is about picking up trash around the ocean and making sure that the oceans are better off. They also donated, I think it was 100 grand to the Reef Foundation that they're attached to. So up and running for 3 days, $250,000 donated to quality charitable efforts. This is a large part of the reason that I liked this project from the start, and I think it's still up about 30x or something since launch. So well done to the team there. Hope they keep up the good work, and I hope they keep making a difference. Right, Iota. So Iota is actually on a little bit of a run today. It's currently up to $1.46. Originally, I spoke about this when I think it was about 30-ish cents. Iota, 35 cents. So Iota have had a lot going on recently. If you're unfamiliar with Iota, basically they want to be the de facto blockchain for Internet of Things devices. So that's their goal. Given the estimates for Internet of Things technology and devices is suggested that there'll be about 20.4 billion devices by 2024. It could obviously be massive, massive business. Now, to be fair, Iota have made some really good progress, particularly in the last sort of few weeks. If you're unfamiliar, Iota has stepped into Ethereum and Cardano's territory by launching beta smart contracts. So that's now available, and they're zero fee smart contracts. So that's now in beta. There's been articles talking about, are they an Ethereum killer? And they've argued no. And the point I've always said with Ethereum killer, that Ethereum killer narrative, nothing's ever going to be a killer. Down the line, what's the reason Polkadot is, people have been so hyped about Polkadot? It's about the interoperability. Blockchains will all interact. Nothing's going to be an Ethereum killer. And the narrative behind Ethereum over time is going to change anyway. There's levels of it that is now where you're starting to see, or people are certainly starting to see, Ethereum as a store of value. Now, obviously that's not its function, but that was never Bitcoin's function. You know, perspectives change over time, and it's worth bearing that in mind. But they are now Ethereum virtual machine compatible, and this is good progress. This is genuinely very good progress for Iota. So what they've said, well, it was reported on Thursday that, last Thursday rather, that now that the beta includes an Ethereum virtual machine, it means that it's ERC20 token interoperable. And furthermore, smart contracts can now be written in Solidity, which is Ethereum's programming language, because for some reason Ethereum doesn't want to use similar, like doesn't want to mix up the programming language and use the same as some of the others. The project also had added full network sharding. This enables high degree of interoperability by wrapping smart contracts onto the base layer of nativized tokens. Big fan of sharding. The projects that are starting to implement sharding are going to run wild, I firmly believe. So again, bodes very, very, very well. It's been late to implement smart contracts compared to platforms such as Ethereum. But to be fair, the CEO of Iota has a different perspective on the matter. He said by taking their time, he said the nonprofit had built a smart contract solution that works around the drawbacks of competing chains. For example, while Cardano seems to face limited smart contract throughput, Iota offers near limitless scalability. We believe that a vast amount of our partnerships with multinational entities, governmental and agencies, as well as the interest we receive from startups, SMEs, and crypto dApp operators are due to the fact that Iota is feeless. Fees themselves, and especially the volatility, put a strain on business models and are the diametric opposite of an economic driver. Now, obviously, you know, we've all experienced the Ethereum fees. Hell, to be honest, in Binance Smart Chain, if you have a look now, a lot of the Binance Smart Chain fees for interacting with the smart contracts is going to cost you like 0.05 BNB, 0.08 I saw. You know, I'm sure it's higher as well, but that's a lot of money for BNB when you bear in mind, I know it's nothing compared to what Ethereum is, but it wasn't that long ago that BNB fees were like tenths of a cent. Sorry, not tenths of a cent, but like 10 cents, 15 cents. Now we're looking at 20 bucks. It's a huge increase. So Iota's certainly experiencing a revival. They've also been tapped by the EU. Now this was announced a few years ago, but the development within the EU infrastructure is something that I was initially very, very bullish on with Iota. As part of the reason when I did my first video on Iota many months ago last year, it was something that, while I'm not a fan of governmental agencies in general, you know, the oversight that they have is too much in my perspective. You've got to accept that cryptos and blockchains that can interact with and do interact with governments are going to have success. So the Iota nonprofit and its distributed ledger tech has been named as one of the 7 providers selected by the Commission to develop the European blockchain services infrastructure. So it was announced in 2018. The EU member states and the European Commission joined forces for the European Blockchain Partnership to work towards blockchain-based services for the benefits of the citizen society and the economy. So the ESBI's network nodes will be run by both the Commission and by individual member states. And the co-founder and chairman of the Iota Foundation commented on the announcement regarding partnerships with 7 European tech companies that have been selected by the EU to participate in the blockchain procurement, pre-commercial procurement. He said the EBSI is an excellent fit both technologically and ideologically. We do not need to adapt an existing blockchain or to start developing a new solution that fits EBSI's needs. Our core technology already offers a near perfect match to the strict requirements and precise specifications for a European ledger infrastructure, and it's ready for a widespread adoption with only minimal adjustment. And they believe they'll be and it will form the backbone of Europe's digital single market. And I believe that. I genuinely believe that. There's going to be a few different blockchains that are going to be prioritized within different countries, and certain software that's going to be prioritized in different countries. You know, we've certainly seen the XLM, like Stella's rocking it in places like Ukraine. Cardano and Stella are also rocking it in Africa. We can quite clearly see that there's a narrative starting to be created regarding what's going to happen in America, but it does seem like there's a lot of evidence that Ripple, while dealing with all the nonsense, are going to end up being the backbone of some of the banks in America. Iota's definitely got foothold in Europe. These blockchains that have this that are going to provide the backbone of infrastructure within countries or within continents will have success. And stuff like this with Iota, that bodes very, very, very well for them long term. And while they've not done the biggest price run this year, you know, I think currently in the past year, they're not up tons, really. Certainly compared to a lot of other projects. You know, it's 25 cents a year ago today. So it did hit highs in April of around $2.50, so that was about 10x. I'd expect it to exceed that again. In the previous video that I did, I believe I said Iota should hit $5 when it was around 35 cents. I think I still stand by that. I don't think my perspective has necessarily changed in terms of the highs. That would double the previous high of this year. I think with a full-fledged bull cycle potentially over the next 3 to 4 months, I think it can potentially hit its previous all-time high. So it's about 3 1/3 x, 3.3 recurring times higher. But again, how it retraces during the bear cycle is important, because if this retraces dramatically during the bear cycle, again, this is probably a solid investment, because you're going to be looking at something that may very well be the key backbone and key element of infrastructure within Europe's distributed ledger tech. So it's something to keep in mind. Because, like I said, everyone's enjoying the bull cycle right now. The bull cycle will end. So even if you're making notes on cryptos right now, something to keep an eye on for the bear cycle will be this one. Any cryptos that have associations with infrastructure of countries and governments and continents, long term should have success. And however much they retrace is really irrelevant, other than in terms of the percentage gains you're going to get, because they're going to get back to previous highs if they're infrastructure based. So this is something to keep your eye on. But I do like Iota. Like I say, if it hits $5, you're looking at like a market cap of 13.5-ish billion. That sounds about right. Sounds about right. Given that we're going to see, again, many cryptos with tens and $20 billion market caps, and this is a quality project. So one to have on your radar, folks. All right, that's it from me. Hope you're all keeping well. Hope you're all enjoying a lovely weekend. If you're new to crypto, check out Copy My Crypto. Like I said, it's where I share my portfolio, the one I've built that maximizes gains during the bull cycle, and the one that that is set for some explosive gains. It keeps outperforming the market. And like I said, when that bear cycle kicks in, you better believe I'm going to be sharing with my subscribers the coins that I find that have the potential to do another phantom, to get us another hundreds of X's, 200s of X's, 500s of X's. And that's the retirement investments we all want to make. So give it a look, guys. Anyway, enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.